Hey, it's D. It's a brand new episode coming right for you, right on the FTO network. Enjoy. All right, we are here with a brand new episode. I'm D. I'm your host of FTO Podcast. Welcome. If this is your first time listening to the show, hey, you're about to have some fun. If you guys have followed me or checked out some work that I've recently done, I also recently hung out with a Black Girl Nerd. We talked about Wakanda-Forever. I'm going to post it again on my Instagram and Twitter page. They have it on their YouTube currently and their Twitch. So make sure you check them out. Black Girl Nerd. I'll put the links in the bio of this podcast today. So we went long with Wakanda-Forever. I recently watched it. I'll touch on it a little bit. Spoiler free, of course. But I watched this movie. I liked it. First and foremost, let me get that right out of the area. I liked it. No sugarcoating it. I did think the first one was better, even if I thought the first one was a carbon copy of another MCU film. I did like the visuals inside of it. It was cool seeing Namor, one of the first mutants inside of the Marvel comic books universe. It was like seeing him on film and having like a deep lineage, not just like the Atlantean lineage, but like a whole different kind of lineage inside of it. I don't think that's much of a spoiler. Like, you can tell that he's not like the Namor of the comics. And it was really cool to see Shuri inside of this. Like, most of us know that Chadwick Boseman has passed away, that he's dead now, and that Shuri is finding herself, or she would be finding herself in a situation like this. And she is, and she does. And again, without giving away too much spoilers, like, there's a lot happening in this. A lot of it was a little bit dry at times. I won't deny it. It's still an MCU film. It's not going to be 5 stars. But I'd watch it again, first off. I definitely suggest that you out there, you watch it as well to see what you think about it, because it's worth watching. It's worth seeing it. This is, as I said about like Wonder Woman and Wonder Woman 84, like, it's history. It's history. Like much how like Black Panther, the first Black Panther was history, this is also history. Like, it's worth watching for history, for sure. All that being said, check out the podcast, Black Girl Nerd, so see the full spoiler-filled review. And let's get on with the show. Got a lot to talk about this week. A lot of TV shows. Now, I'm going to say I've been going through a lot family-wise, and the process I've been going through is annoying. So this news may be from last week, so bear with me, but it's still worth talking about. And first off on that news field is Flash adds Batwoman's Javicia Leslie to final season cast. But from what I got this from was this TV line. This Keisha Hatchett wrote this, and they're pretty much assuming that we don't know who Javicia is going to be in this last season of The Flash, even though we know that she's been on The Flash as Batwoman. So I'm assuming that we're going to get one more look at Batwoman before the show ends. But yeah, like, I guess they just want to tease us with who she's going to be. I'm guessing fans really like seeing Javicia as Batwoman. I do hope there's a place for her in this new Warner Brothers Discovery world. And I'm a little, like, concerned with myself with how comfortable I just said Warner Brothers Discovery, because I shouldn't be saying it that comfortably. But it's here. It's growing. So Javicia Leslie is going to be in the last season of The Flash. Also history, because this is the last like superhero like CW show. So history. We all know that Stargirl is canceled. We talked about that last episode. So yeah, this is some big news. This is like big. Like, actually, we didn't talk about Stargirl. Like, as I say that, I should probably segue. Stargirl season 3. After season 3, it's canceled. So got a little ahead of myself. The last episode airs on December 7th. According to Deadline, Stargirl has, behind DC Stargirl, had an early heads up that the series would not continue beyond the 3rd season, so they could wrap the show in the script room. So, I mean, good news is, like, we're getting, like, an actual ending for the show. Not like one of these cliffhangers that we usually get. So So Stargirl is ending. Got a little ahead of myself. It's old news. I apologize. Next up, this is big news. This is like really huge big news right here. Henry Cavill is leaving The Witcher, and Liam Hemsworth is taking over for him. Now, again, we know this is like old news, but I haven't had a chance to talk about it. Been so busy with this stuff. And I'm going to have to try to find time to do like a second episode of FTO podcast this week, because this is big. This is big stuff. So Liam Hemsworth is taking over as Geralt of Rivia, and and fans are not entertained by this at all. Not to say that Liam Hemsworth may not do a good job of donning the role of Geralt, but no, I don't want this personally. Like, me personally, you can keep this. I don't want it. Like, yeah, I like Henry Cavill. Like, I'm going to watch Enola Holmes too, simply because, well, Millie Bobby Brown is interesting. She's an interesting actor. And Henry Cavill as Sherlock Holmes. Like, what? Yes. Thank you. Put a check marker on that one for things I didn't ask for, but glad I got it. So, yeah. Yeah, so Henry Cavill is leaving The Witcher. Liam Hemsworth is entering. And, well, you know, I guess, like, for all of us Henry Cavill fans, it is good to know that he is going to be a part of the Superman universe again in the Warner Bros. Discovery. I guess there's that. I don't know. I don't know how to take this. It's a little bit of a weird news cycle for this week. For last week, I should say. More news. Marvel news. This is from Variety. Marvel's Wonder Man casts Yahya Mateen II to lead Disney Plus series. So, this is interesting. He's gone from being Black Manta in 2018 to Dr. Manhattan in 2019, and now he's going to be Wonder Man. Now, they're going to have to change his character a lot from how we saw him in the comic books, because like he's like all energy, essentially. Like he's like full on energy, and most of us know that he also had like a torrid love affair with Wanda Maximoff. So, like, how's that going to work? You know? Is that going to be like a part of the story? If we're going to see that inside of this? I don't know. This show is supposed to be coming out Christmas of 2023. Are you going to watch it? I just got Disney Plus back, so I can watch She-Hulk. I talked to my wife about watching Andor, because we both like Rogue One so much. So, I don't know, it's Yahya. Like, it's Yahya. I mean, I gotta watch it because he's in it. Like, I haven't watched the Black Manta Aquaman appearance, and I need to, simply because he's in it, but I haven't. But I'm gonna watch this because it's Yahya. He's gorgeous, and he's a great actor. So, next up, Friday the 13th prequel series Crystal Lake is coming to Peacock. Wow, that's interesting news. So, producers at A24 and writer Brian Fuller are going to be a part of this. They're going to be like streamlining this. And I gotta say this: it's better to have someone with A24, a company that like primarily works on thriller and horror films right now, putting this into the spotlight, because like it's not going to be about Voorhees, not Jason Voorhees anyway. It's going to be about his mom mostly. So to see this go on, to see this take place, I'm here for this. I just like Peacock though. Yeah, Peacock got Bel Air. Yeah, they got Twisted Metal coming out soon. I get they're trying to make some moves. I understand that. I get it. I just like, is this the right spot for Friday the 13th? Are they gonna push that envelope enough? I don't know. I'm interested to see what happens though, but I don't know. Next up, Vision series starring Paul Bettany and works at Marvel Studios for Disney Plus. They have a new show, supposed to be the spin-off series of WandaVision. I think they have like a name for it. Yeah, the title is Vision Quest. That's what they're calling it, Vision Quest. I don't know. I didn't like WandaVision. I know like a majority of women, like especially like the MCU women, like that show. A lot of men kind of like gave it crap, like, and you know, unjustly so. Like I just personally thought it was dry. I thought the first 2 episodes were bleh, and the third one did not keep my interest enough to keep on watching it. Like there's no shade Just like it wasn't for me, like at all. It just wasn't. And lastly, in news, Kevin Conroy, the voice actor of the iconic Batman for the past 30 years, recently passed away at age 66. Now, there's an episode of Cheesy Controller coming out pretty soon, because I'm going to post this one before Cheesy Controller comes out. Or not Cheesy Controller, good gosh. Table Cheese. And Anton, if you listen to me, I'm sorry. It's been a long day. But as the episode of Table Cheese coming out with Anton 6, and I talk about Kevin Conroy. Like, if you're watching the episode, like, you know what this episode is called. So, like, you get it. But he was my Batman. Like, yeah, I watched Michael Keaton. Yeah, I saw Christian Bale and Val Kilmer. And I seen, like, all these other actors play Batman. Yeah, I seen all of that. But, you know, my personal Batman, even though, like for some people's list, it's not really counted, is Kevin Conroy. Like, he is the Batman. He is, like, the shadow in the night. He is vengeance. Like, and having him pass away, man, like I was listening to a podcast called Kind of Funny Games, and the producer in the show is also, like, a big Kevin Conroy fan, and, like, you know, like, him passing away, he was asked this question and said, like, hey, what do you think about Kevin Conroy passing away? What are your thoughts on that? And he had no words. And, like, it's been, like, a week now, and I still don't have any words for this. Like, this is still hitting me pretty hard. Like, Kevin Conroy he's gone, man. Like, and if you follow his Twitter, I've been following his Twitter for, like, a good, like, 3, 4, 5 years now, and he took that role serious. Like, he called out politicians, he called out, like, celebrities, he called out tons of people, often on his Twitter page, and did not care about any smoke that he got. And I respected him so much. Like, so much. It's a sad time to see him, like, him not be on this plane anymore. And, like, it hurts. It really does. I didn't know the man personally, but I knew what he stood for. I knew what he showed the world, and, like, and he will be missed. Absolutely. Whew. All right. And on that note, let's take a little break.
You're listening to FTO Nerd Talk. Excellent choice. If you're looking for more nerdy content, consider giving my idiot co-host and I a chance. We are two idiots and a dog, and we talk about movies, comic books, and general pop culture and entertainment media nonsense. Give us a listen on Good Pods, Anchor, iTunes, or your podcatcher of choice. You can also find us at podpage.com/TIAAD media, or you can always find us on Twitter, and we'll bribe you with dog pictures too.
And we are back. I've been missing out on a few Two Idiots and a Dog podcasts, but they got, like, a new episode out right now. So if you guys haven't listened to them, as the promo said, you should check them out for sure. All right, time to talk about things you should check out. Number one is Something in the Dirt. Something in the Dirt is when neighbors John, played by Aaron Moorhead, and Levi, played by Justin Benson, witness supernatural events in their Los Angeles apartment building. They realized documenting the paranormal could inject some fame and fortune into their wasted lives. An ever deeper, darker rabbit hole their friendship frays as they uncover the dangers of the phenomenon, the city, and each other. This is from Rustic Films. It's 160 minutes long. It's categorized as a sci-fi horror comedy. I mean, like, it has to be a comedy after that. It's also written by the writers. By, like, it's also written and directed by the actors in the film. So, interesting. Next up, Weird Al. The Al Yankovic story. A lot of you are going to be, hey man, get it right. We've been waiting for this movie for years. Synopsis is, explores every facet of Yankovic's life, from his meteoric rise to fame with his early hits like Eat It and Like a Surgeon, and his torrid celebrity love affairs and famously depraved lifestyle. Now, if this is going to be, like, accurate, I'm here for it. It is by Funny or Die, so, like, it's hard, like, for me, like, to take it 100% accurate, you know. But It has David Bloom, Evan Rachel Wood. It has, of course, Daniel Radcliffe playing like the main character, Weird Al. I'm not going to watch this, probably. Maybe like I'll wait a couple of years and then check it out. But it's not like high on my list of things to watch. Now, this is like the big behemoth of things to check out right now. Because I know everyone and their cousin are playing this game right now. And the game is God of War Ragnarok. It came out November 9th. Now, this is from, was it Santa Monica? Like Sony Entertainment Santa Monica. And the synopsis, I'm not reading the synopsis. This is, if you can see the synopsis in front of me, I get most of my shows and movies and games from Metacritic, and this synopsis is long. Go there and read the synopsis. I know like you guys are here for a podcast, and tell you about it, but this is like the sequel to the 2018 God of War game, and that is, and that game and this game are sequels of the original God of War game from the early 2000s, from the PlayStation 2 or 3, I believe it is. I think it's 3, and yeah, the story of Kratos is still going, just in a different plane right now. He's in like the Norse god world. He's not in Greece anymore, fighting the Greek gods. And I watched the first 3 hours of this. Also talk about this on Table Cheese. Make sure you check out that episode. And it was interesting. Like I saw the first one too. So MK Ice and Fire, always giving you a shout out for your gameplay. Like it's nice watching like the full extent of a game on your page. I love it. Thank you so much for keep on doing that. But I watched the first game for 2018, and I watched the first 3 hours of this game, and I gotta tell you, like it looks good. It does look like it's a continuation of the first game of the 2018 God of War, but there's a little bit like nuggets inside of it that you get kind of immersed inside of. The story itself is a true shine of this game. Not to say that the gameplay and mechanics aren't fun, but like the story. And that's always been like the thing with God of War. It's the story. People play the game for God of War for like how to play as Kratos and like the Blaze of Chaos and all that stuff. But you really play God of War for the story. Because like the story is immaculate. It's like, it's so shiny and polished. Like, definitely check out this game. Next up, Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 came out October 28th. Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 is a sequel to the 2019 blockbuster Modern Warfare, featuring the return of the iconic team leader John Pierce, the fearless John Soap Malkovich, and seasoned Sergeant Kyle Gaz Garrick, the lone wolf himself. I feel like I read this before, but that is it's a shooter. Like, I don't get along with shooters. So, next up, The White Lotus Season 2. This is on HBO. Tanya, played by Jennifer Coolidge, and a new group of guests check into the White Lotus Resort in Sicily in the second season of Mike White's satirical anthology series. I definitely read these before. I definitely already done this, talked about this, and I'm doing a second episode about it, so I'm going to stop myself right there before I go too far. But I don't have much else to talk about this episode. I thought I hadn't talked about like a lot of these stories before, but it seems like I have, or at least I think I have. That's why when you miss like a week of show, that you get lost in the sauce, as they say. But sorry about the recap of the things that I've already talked about. Apologize for that. I don't have much else to get into this week. I have been like very behind on a lot of different things, but you will get a second episode. I'll talk about like the important stuff I want to talk about this week. So like, and at the end of the day, there's that. But you got like a blooper episode from me, so there's that too. You got that as well. I am going through a lot right now. Like the life that I'm going through, it's a little bit wishy-washy, a little bit convoluted, and I feel like the writers of my life is giving me like a dark arc as your swear for the day, and it's hard for me like to maintain myself at times, like emotionally. Yeah, the mental health is still there, but like talking about it on this show, in my journal, like just day in, day out, does help. It really does, but it's a lot right now. maybe when I get myself like a little bit different situation mindset, I can be more frank about what's going on with me right now. But right now, like I don't feel like the need to talk about it. So like not extensively like I usually do about like most of the elements that goes on through my life. But that's the show. That's the show. Sorry about like the double dipping of the articles. I apologize for that. I'll definitely fix it later on this week. Make sure you check out Table Cheese. That comes out Wednesday. No, not Wednesday. Thursday of this week. And until next time, you guys take it easy. Hey guys, D here of FTO Nerd Talk. I hope you enjoyed the podcast. Make sure you like, subscribe, follow, tell your friends about FTO Nerd Talk. Got a lot of different shows for all of you. Make sure you tune in every week for a brand new episode. Take it easy.